So you're thinking of moving to Harker Heights, Texas, and you want to know what it looks like driving around Harker Heights, doing all the fun stuff. This might be the video for you.
Nice.
Today, we're going to do a drive from Killeen to Harker Heights. We'll get off on the Knight's Way exit, and we're going to kind of drive around and check out Harker Heights. If this is your first time to the channel and you want to know everything about living in Central Texas, then hit that subscribe button down below. And this way, you'll be one of the first ones notified once we have a new video hit. My name's Matt Dick. I've lived here in Central Texas for over 12 years, and my team and I absolutely love helping people move into the area. All of our contact info should be down below in the description or right here at the bottom of the screen. So let's hop in the truck, let's get out there, let's hit the road. So today we're gonna do a drive through of Harker Heights. It's we're leaving Fort Hood right now. We're gonna hop on I-14 East, and then from there, we'll get into Harker Heights, and then we'll just kind of drive around. I'll point out some of the food locations I like to go to, we'll drive by a couple of the different parks, and then we'll hit up, Market Heights, and kind of drive through there as well. So we're just gonna for the next couple of seconds, I'm going to fast forward through all this. We're on I-14, took us a couple minutes to get here. We're roughly right here, right around Harker Heights right now. I'm just gonna go ahead and get off on the Rosewood exit, which is 287, so that way we can make sure you kind of got a good view of right where the city limits from Harker Heights starts, coming off of I-14. Okay, like I said, so we took the Rosewood exit, so we'd be right on the line. The line's like right here. We got Seton off to the right, which is one of the bigger hospitals here in the Harker Heights Killeen area, next to Darnell on Fort Hood. And then of course there's 2 Sam's Clubs in the area, one in Temple and one in Harker Heights. Hands down, the Harker Heights Sam's Club is probably one of the best ones out of the 2, in my opinion. That is my opinion, and I'm sticking to it. And then of course, as we're still on the access road right here. If we're talking food wise, I recommend Acropolis. And then there's also a Thai restaurant right next to it that's pretty good, but Acropolis is Greek food and it's pretty awesome. And then again, as we're continuing down this access road, we got Walmart, we got fast food restaurants like Domino's, we got Bush's Chicken, all right off of right here to the right. Now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna come up to the stoplight, we're gonna hang a right and kind of drive down Knight's Way. And then we're gonna go out there and we're gonna turn right on Knight's Way, and then we're gonna drive down and we're gonna hit a couple of the parks. I'm gonna point out some of the restaurants, and then we'll just drive until we hit just past the high school, and then we'll turn around and come back the other way. Now, if you really enjoy pizza and you like the big New York slices, I highly recommend Bobby Lupo's, which is right here to the right. And then of course, if you like donuts or really good donuts and kolaches, hit up Shipley's as well. Really good donuts right here off of Knight's Way. We got the post office. We got Car 11 Park is over here to the left. But when we come back this way, we'll swing through there and kind of take a glimpse out of it. Now, if you do have a small business, I would recommend becoming a member of the Harker Heights Chamber of Commerce, only because they do a lot of stuff in the community and they do a lot of stuff for the people that are members of the chamber as well. And then of course, we got Skipshaw Mountain neighborhood over here to the right. Homes were built in the early 2000s, a lot of good homes, great neighborhood. It's got an elementary school and a middle school right there. And then of course, as we're driving down Knight's Way, there's an additional Walmart down here, which is like a neighborhood Walmart. I've never been in it. I don't know if somebody in the comments that's ever been in that one or can tell me what the difference between a neighborhood Walmart and just a regular Walmart is. I'm not 100% sure, but I'd like to know the answer. Maybe one day I will stop by in there, but I mean, you got the big one right there off the access road, so it can't be too bad. And then of course, as we come up here to this stoplight, we have Harker Heights High School right across the street to the left. And then if you go to the right, you can follow this around and you'll end up hitting Stillhouse Lake and getting back into Killeen. There's tons of neighborhoods back this way, whether it's homes that were built here recently or homes that were built sometime in the late, I'd say early 90s, maybe late 80s, just depends. And then of course, over here to the left, we have just neighborhoods galore. I can't really think of too many neighborhoods in this area that I would say, yeah, we ain't buying there, but there's a couple. So as we keep driving here, we're gonna run down here to Dana Peak Park real quick and then kind of check it out. And then we'll turn around and come back, and then we'll hit some of the parks on our way back, because like we have the Harker Heights Community Park on our left, we had Carl 11 Park down there, and then we'll be able to go over there and hit up Market Heights and then turn around and go down towards Indian Trail, so I can kind of show you a little bit on Indian Trail. If Sean's Pub to the left, forgot to mention that. I don't drink it. I haven't drank since 2019, but I have a couple of friends that frequent that bar and they like it. Of course, there's a little bit of construction going on down here because they're putting in a new neighborhood and a couple other things. both on the right and the left at various locations as we're driving out to Dana Peak. Like, so we got a nice newer build neighborhood off to the right or to the left that we just passed. I've sold a couple houses in there. Super straightforward, super clean. It does have a small HOA fee, either monthly or annually, however you decide to pay. I will say that HOAs in this area are pretty reasonable, and they're just mainly there to keep up the property values. It's not, you're not gonna have one of those HOA Karens running around complaining because your grass is 1.25 inches instead of 1 inch. We're here on Comanche Gap, which dumps us into Dana Peak. So we're just going to Dana Peak real quick. Sorry, Dana Peak was closed. Didn't know it was closed down. It's probably been a month or so since I've been out there. But as we're heading back into Harker Heights, we're right here on Knight's Way. We're pulling up to Miller's Crossing right now. We're just gonna go ahead and swing in there real quick, and we're gonna drive around Carl Levin Park real quick, and then get back onto Knight's Way, and then shoot across the overpass, and then we'll swing through Market Heights, and then we're just gonna kind of make a quick loop through there, and then we're gonna come back across the overpass and then drive down into Indian Trail, so that way you can kind of check it out. Now, a whole bunch of shops right here off of Miller's Crossing. And then as you can see right in front of us, we do have the entrance into Carl Levin Park. Now, they have playgrounds, walking trails, gazebos, they have a pool, they got everything that you would possibly need if you wanted to do, like, come over here with your family or just for yourself to maybe work out or whatever. And the coolest feature I think that they have is they do have kind of like this little community garden right here to the right, which I think is awesome. I wish more cities had something like this. So we're gonna shoot up and head across the overpass and go check out Market Heights real quick, and then we'll head down toward the Indian Trail. So bear with me as we drive through here. The one thing I did forget to mention as we came off of the access road and turned right onto Knight's Way, we're getting ready to turn right on Knight's Way right now, but there is a Black Rifle Coffee, there is a Cane's right here, and then there is a Starbucks. I think it's hilarious that the Black Rifle Coffee Company guys put a Black Rifle right next to Starbucks. I mean, you got Black Rifle Coffee Company, and then boom, you got Starbucks. And then depending on the time of the day, those places are packed, hands down. Me personally, I'm a Monster guy. I'm trying to get away from Red Bull. I'm trying to cut sugar out. This is a zero sugar Monster. So not sponsored at all. Not unless somebody from Monster sees this and they want to send me a case of Monster Zero Sugar. That would be awesome. So we're here right at the Central Texas Expressway with Knight's Way, getting ready to shoot across the overpass to go drive into Market Heights real quick. Should be pretty fun. So Market Heights, I don't even know if that's what it's called. That's what I call it anyway. Got all kinds of stuff in there. You got Chick-fil-A, you got a couple of different real estate companies. I think you got Navy Federal, you got Chase Bank, got Panda Express, you got, I think there's still a Five Guys in there. I'm not 100% sure. I think they closed down though. You got Dick's, you got Target, you got Cinemark. I think they got Firestone. I can see it right now. They got Ross. I think all the recruiting elements for all the branches in the military are in here as well. As a drill sergeant, I hate recruiters, but I also respect what they do. So awesome individuals, those guys. And then just as we're driving through, you can see we got Chase, we got Dick's, Ross, and Five Below right here to the left. And then of course, we got Chase Bank, First National Bank, Navy Federal, there's a Planet Fitness, there's Five Guys is still here. Oh, what is this? I haven't seen this one. I know it's been here for a while, but what's the name of it? It's called the Heights Pizzeria and Draft House. I'm gonna have to actually go check that place out. You got Crumble Cookie, you got Barnes & Noble, you got a Cheddar's. I wanna say that they have a Nothing But Bundt Cake here as well, unless it closed, but that place is awesome. That's where I go. My wife's a pumpkin spice white girl, so I always go in there to get her birthday cake, the pumpkin spice. Nothing But Bundt Cake. You got Old Navy, you got Burlington, Ulta. There's a 511 at Tactical here as well. You just got all kinds of stuff that Cracker Barrel, if you need it, they have it right here in Market Heights. You can't go wrong. So we're gonna hop back on, oh, there's a Dollar Tree, a Petco, and there's just all kinds of stuff. But we're gonna hop back on the expressway. We're gonna shoot back up to the overpass, and then we're gonna shoot down to Indian Trail. And now, like I said, they have a really good HEB on Indian Trail. There's nothing wrong with it. However, I'm super biased and have been spoiled by the Belton HEB. I love that place. So, and again, if you don't know what an HEB is, it's a grocery store. And it's several levels above Walmart, in my opinion. And I love it. That's where we do the vast majority of grocery shopping is at HEB. And my wife works here in the Harker Heights Killeen area. So if she's on her way home from work, she will stop at that HEB right here off of Indian Trail. Again, it's not a bad one. I just prefer the one in Belton. So again, we're here on the access road. We're just gonna come up here and hit the turnaround and then head down into Indian Trail. So as we're heading east, paralleling I-14 on the access road, as you can see, there's all kinds of fast food restaurants, and IHOP, Whataburger, Jack in the Box. There's a Rooms to Go right here as well. Again, Acropolis is good for Greek food, but if you want some pretty awesome Venezuelan food, I will hands down always recommend Arapita's Venezuelan food. It's right here, right off of Cheetah Trail, and then there's this awesome pasta place there as well. Of course, as you can see, we got Smile Doctors right here for all your dentistry needs. And then as we're coming up on Indian Trail, we have Smoothie King, got a hotel. We're actually gonna turn right and we're gonna pop into this shopping center right over here, because I don't think it's the Indian Trail Plaza. I think it's the one right next to it. I think it's J&R Plaza, and that's where we'll turn around and then we'll shoot under the underpass and everything. But the reason why I want to go in here is because, yeah, we do have Shipley's over off of Knight's Way, but Top Donuts is a pretty good donut place as well. But here in J&R Plaza, you do have Painting with a Twist, and probably, again, in my opinion, one of the best Thai restaurants in Harker Heights, in my opinion, again, is the Little Thai Restaurant. Super awesome, family owned. Owners are constantly working. As you can see, they're open Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. and then 4 to 8 p.m. Great Thai food, and I can't talk enough about those folks. So as we shoot back out here on the Indian Trail, we'll head under the underpass and shoot over. We'll drive through the HEB parking lot real quick, and then we'll wrap this up. So as we go under the underpass, of course, there's a McDonald's, Pizza Hut off to the left, but then we do have the HEB right here to the right. And then there's a couple of other different little shops and stuff on the left. But for the most part, you're gonna find like a couple of mom and pop cafes, maybe some places to get your hair did and stuff like that. But for the most part, I wouldn't say that's it for Harker Heights in a nutshell, but that's the vast majority of it. There's just so much more to Harker Heights than what I was able to talk you through. And like I said, this is HEB. It's here in Harker Heights. It's pretty good, but like I said, the one out in Belton, I love the best. So if you live here in Central Texas, down in the comments, let me know where you think the best HEB is in the area. For me, like I said, it's the one in Belton. I absolutely love that one. And then also, what is your favorite restaurant to go and eat here in the Harker Heights area? Share it down there. So that way, you know, it's just not my opinion. Other people can chime in and let us know where your favorite place to eat is and what your favorite HEB is. If this was your first time to the channel and you like this type of content, hit that subscribe button. Show us some love, and it helps us out quite a bit. Hit the bell icon so that way you can stay up to date on everything Central Texas. And like I said before, if you need help either buying a home or selling a home in the Central Texas area and you would like to work with my team and I, feel free to reach out to us. Contact info is down below in the description, or it should be like right here somewhere. And as always, be safe out there. It's kind of crazy right now.